Fellow Nigerian youths, for over 2 weeks we gallantly hit the streets to fight against police brutality, to ask for an end to SARS with the hashtag #EndSARS, and that got us an international attention for the right reasons. For decades, the Nigerian youths have been suffering, have been going through pains, no access to good education, no access to quality health care, no access to livelihood. And every Nigerian youth want to leave the country. Many that have left have lost their lives on their way for a better life, seeking greener pastures. Many are out there in the cold, in Europe, in America, suffering, doing deplorable jobs just to survive and hoping to come back home for a better life. And a better life never comes. Yet, those who are courageous and brave enough to remain, to stay back home, struggle, get brutalized by men of the police force who are meant to protect them. You can travel along the road, you can come out from your house, you can look good, you can drive a good car. You're meant to be on racks. You're meant to remain in abject poverty. Look sickly when you're walking the streets. Once you look better, your profile. While the protests was going on, Nigerian peaceful #EndSARS protesters came under several attacks that I will address in another video. But never relented. But the massacre of 28th October 2020 of peaceful protesters at Lekki Toll Gate really brought our spirits down. We never envisaged to lose our comrades, our youths, to death, to that kind of death. Before then, across the nation, we've had reported cases of killings by policemen, shooting live bullets at peaceful protesters. We had the story in Ogbomoso and in some parts of Lagos, in Abuja. But the 2010-2020 Tuesday massacre at Lekki Toll Gate was uncalled for, was unnecessary. Then we waited for the president to speak. We wanted to hear from the president as the father of the nation. They said the youths didn't want dialogue. Yes, we didn't have a leader. Every youth was a leader. Because once you have someone and say, this is your leader, that person is bought over or is threatened or is arrested to cripple your agitations. And its generation is smarter. And so you know the demands of the people. Address them in the open. You know what to do. They know how your generation has been dealing with issues. One committee to the other. A committee sits over an issue. Another committee studies it. Another committee again studies that. And another committee again studies to see whether you accept. Committee upon committee. And this generation is smarter than that. So they don't want that. You know what they want, say it out. You want to hold a meeting in the open. And so at this time, they were ready after the Lekki massacre. They wanted the father to talk. They wanted to, he should show empathy. He should show his anger. If he wants to chastise them, no problem. But then the president came. And we all wished we never asked him to speak to us. And as saints, our spirits died. But it didn't. I want to tell you that we never lost anything. Rather, we won this. And it's still on. We weren't violent. And so the peaceful agitations continues. We might not come out in the street. But I want to look at what did we succeed. This generation of Nigerian youth succeeded in proving to the world and even to themselves that they're not lazy youth. It also proved one very important thing they've been using to divide the nation, the youths, and get them distracted to ethnicity, tribalism. But I was almost filled with tears when the entire Southeast youths came together with the rest of Nigerians to protest. And they never carried Biafra flag. They never mentioned Biafra. They carried the green, white, green. In solidarity with others, they sang the Nigerian anthem. They never spoke about secession. Same with the South. Everyone, whether you're Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, Robo, Ishekiri, Ibibio, Tiv, they all came together. They spoke one language. And the language was Ash-Ensas. And this threatened the oligarchs. It threatened the ruling class. It threatened the old generation who do not want to give up power. It threatened the greedy, rich Nigerians who've been benefiting from the suffering of the others. And they will do anything to break that unity. So don't be distracted. Don't let them bring tribalism now. We all knew for 2 weeks. We walked, we fought, we danced, we ate together. We prayed together. So don't get distracted. You won. You proved you're united. And with the unity, Nigerian youth could do a lot more. They should leverage on that. Continue to be united, to decide together. Never, never be disunited. Don't let anything come in between that bonds. You were success. Nigerian youths were successful in proving to the world and to our leaders that when they are ready to say enough is enough, they will do that. Never take the Nigerian patience for granted. I think after this, Nigerian youth, anywhere in the world, anywhere in Africa, will not be taken for granted. But we're gradually restoring our pride. That our patience does not mean we're fools. But we react when we want to react. So, do not let your spirit die. Okay? The Nigerian youths have proved that they want to be part of the decisions that affect their life. They want good governance. That's what they ask for. To the government, Ash-Ensas is all about police brutality. But there's a new meaning to that. Ash-Ensas now represents an end to everything that is bad about Nigeria. And Ash-Ensas means an end to corruption, end to bad governance, end to police brutality. Ash-Ensas means give the police a good life They deserve a good life. They deserve better pay. They deserve better welfare packages. They got children who are Nigerians, and their children deserves a better life. They deserve to be in a better barracks. They deserve better education, like everyone. As answers means an end to lies, an end to greed. And the earlier the leaders realize that, the better. The earlier those who are in power are making the nation not to grow, the earlier they realize that this is not a generation to joke with, the better for them. It's not just Nigeria. You can quieten the voices in Nigeria. You can kill them. You can push them out of the streets. But you got millions of them outside the country you have pushed out because of your bad governance, because of your corruption, because of your greed, because of your evil. They are waiting for you outside. You steal our money, you take it to Europe, America, and to Dubai to invest and provide employment for those people. Give them money, and you go with your family, you send them whenever you have headache, you travel out. The truth is that this is different now. If you follow the news, you see that Nigerians are angry. They want to come back home. They want freedom. So I don't know how you're going to do it now. Because the era where you steal and leave and go and enjoy your side and come back and your flight takes you straight to Abuja and you're secure, it's over. You've always been warned. The signs were there. They were warning signs. But our leaders will still not see them. They only come to the social media when they want to influence you during the elections. And after the elections, the youths do not matter anymore. They start condemning the use of social media. But when election comes, you forget about the negativity of the social media. You realize the power of the social media. You come there. Why are you doing that? The warning signs were there. People were complaining on Twitter, on Instagram. You were seeing pictures of police brutality. Lives were being lost. But lives do not matter to you. Why? People were dying because they're not your children. And you say nothing? ASU was on strike, or had been on strike for over 6 months. It didn't move you because your children school abroad and you were just waiting for international flights to resume to fly your families out. It doesn't bother you that our hospitals are, some of them, most of them are worse than even a shrine. People can receive medical care. People can afford to feed. Beggars are increasing. It doesn't affect you. You ain't seeing the signs. People were complaining. During the COVID-19, people were complaining, asking for palliative. Nigerians have turned to beggars online, exposing their account numbers, begging people for food every day. You didn't see that. You didn't see the sign. And yet you stored their food, the palliatives, all stored. So people suffer. Their hunger means they will be submissive to you. And yet your houses, you suddenly drive past the poor. And they are increasing in number, and you'll be the only rich man in your community, in the country. How can 95% be rich? Be poor, I mean. And 5% are just doing well. How do you survive? How do you pass the night in the streets? The warning signs were there. You knew they'll come after you. So the Ash and SARS protest for me was a success. We only have to go the next level. We'll leverage on this. I know that now our voice counts. A movement has been born. And we leverage on that movement to get things ready, to get things better, focus on electoral reforms. Because as it is, they're using talks, using hooligans to attack peaceful protesters. So how can we trust those people in 2023 to have a free and fair elections? It means they'll pay more talks and hooligans to chase us out of our polling units, and there's nothing we can do. So just believe this movement that has been born, a movement of the people, will be able to insist on electoral reforms. We will talk about that in another video. But do not let your spirit die. We cannot win all, but we have started winning. Do not let anybody tell you. Don't let anybody make you feel like a victim. Because that's what they want to do. They want to make us feel, sorry, what I'm saying, not make anybody make it look like, don't make anybody make you the victim feel guilty. Because you've done nothing wrong than to ask for good governance and an end to SARS, an end to police brutality. But now they want to make you feel guilty for those who we lost in our battle for better life. They want to make us feel guilty for those massacred in Lekki and other parts of Nigeria. They ain't different from rapists. They ain't different from bullies and other persons who oppress people. They ain't different. What they do at the end of their atrocities, they want the victim to feel guilty. Just like a girl that is raped, they want to say, because she was wearing something skimpy, she was wearing something exposing her body parts, so that was why she was raped. So say, people say, hey, why would she not be raped? That's what they want. Somebody hits your car, and you're the victim, and he comes and says you were driving too slow. I can give so many instances. But what I'm trying to say is, don't let them make you feel guilty. We didn't kill our comrades. We didn't know we were going to be killed. We didn't know nobody. We didn't expect that. We knew they were wicked. We didn't see this coming. But even if we did, would we have pulled back? I don't know. It's difficult to say at this moment, but we all just want better life. When you want a better life, when you want an end to oppression, you want an end to everything bad, maybe sometimes you don't think about something bad happening. But I thought they were going to have human face, but they've proved otherwise. I'm so sorry for all those who've died. So sorry to their families. I'm so sorry for their friends, their loved ones. our heart goes out to them. Let them know they're not forgiven, they're not forgotten. What has happened is unforgivable. It's unforgivable. But we won't hit the street burning things. We won't hit the streets damaging things. That's not the way we'll honor them. We'll honor them by standing firm, continue fighting until we achieve our end goal, a better Nigeria, free from evil, corrupt men. A Nigeria where the youth will take over. They've proved, they've shown they're capable of ruling themselves and taking care of the older ones. It's time for the older generation who've always been in power to begin to pack their luggages, to begin to dust their tables. It's over. It's game over. They should know it's over for them. They should begin to get ready to take the back seat. It's time for your children to take care of you. You've tried your best. You've done the best you could, the best your ability can. You're old now. You got to retire. Your children are grown up now. They're strong. You should be proud of them. They're intelligent. And they're not ready to take care of you. So you enjoy your retirement. You enjoy your old age. They are ready to take care of you. Begin to get ready to take the back seat. Thank you.